Here we are, guys. The UK is set to become numero uno when it comes to crypto, or is it? This is the big question. So, look, everyone's been talking about Rishi Sunak. Obviously, he's come in, he's worth 700 million. His wife is there, she's worth over $1 billion. Her dad is like the IT tycoon or IT godfather of India, which, as we all know, is a bit of an IT place itself. So what we're kind of looking at here is a bit of a perfect storm for tech to be entering the UK. And this is actually very, very true. And it's going to be happening quite a lot. He's also mentioned that he loves NFTs. He asked the Royal Mail, which is like the post service, said, hey, look, guys, we should just make some NFTs, make some quick cash, which actually would have been a good idea. Not anymore, because NFTs are worthless. Most of them, not all of them, but absolutely most of them. So let's have a look at this. What are we going to talk about for Rishi Sunak, my man, Rish Stack? Oh, great. Britain's Prime Minister is a crypto boy. This is what, Lucas, you haven't got the understanding yet. You don't know what is going on. Being a crypto boy is a good thing. And he's not just necessarily a crypto boy, he's a blockchain boy, which is the most important thing. Like I said, Royal Mint. No, not Royal Mail, Royal Mint, the guys who make money. They're like the Fed, they mint coins, notes, everything, money. He asked them, or he said that they should create NFTs. And then kind of like, moving further down, he used to work, I will say, with Boris Johnson was in charge of advancing a number of crypto-related initiatives that sought the normalization, normalize digital currencies and integrate them into the British economy. First things first, a lot of people have been saying that he's actually not crypto friendly, he's CBDC, central bank digital currency friendly. But as I just mentioned, he does like a bit of crypto. He said that his favorite, I should say, is Bored Apes. So he said Bored Apes over crypto punks without hesitation. So we know he's into, when has a prime minister or when has a president of a country been this into crypto, to have an actual crypto or an actual project of NFTs that they like? This is one thing where I think a lot of people are sleeping on this. People talk about it. People say, oh, great, he's good for crypto. But to actually know the difference between crypto punks and Bored Apes is actually a really, really big thing that I think a lot of people are not necessarily talking about. And he said that he regularly invests himself in cryptocurrency. Now, if there's one thing I know about politicians, is that they love pumping their own bags. Hello, Nancy Pelosi. Tell me when you're selling your stocks, and I know when there's going to be a bill going in that goes against that particular stock. And I'm going to keep this quick. Like I said earlier, Rishi Sunak's wife, she's just, a billionaire. Just from dividends, she earned like $15 million last year, which is absolutely crazy. Her dad is the head of Infosys. Now, this might not seem like, a very big thing. People might have heard of Infosys. It's India's second largest IT firm, but this is what I want to show you, is that they are branching into blockchain services. Now, listen, right, if my wife, if her dad has a blockchain service company and I'm the prime minister and I need to choose a blockchain service company to work within the country, I'm probably going to be sleeping on the sofa and not getting any good time if I don't choose my wife's dad's company. So I'm going to guess Rishi Sunak, he knows what's happening. He's going to be choosing something like Infosys moving forward if there are blockchain services to be integrated. Now, a lot of people have been worried recently about what's going on or what has been happening. But the reason why I have a lot of faith in the likes of Rishi Sunak is actually this here. So I'm going to show you this. This actually might not play. I hope that it does. If not, I can't even turn on closed captions. I'll play it and then I'll head to the comments and see if you guys. Okay, don't know if you did hear that, but what he said basically, and this is, pretty much reflected by all of the comments here, Rishi was 100% correct. He was a Goldman Sachs analyst, which is very true. But he said, look, inflation is the enemy here. It's eating away everyone's savings. The worst thing that we can do is launch into borrowing money to fund different initiatives that are just not a good idea, and which is exactly what Liz Truss went on to do. You know, everyone's giving him a nice clap. She goes, "Oh, we have inflation because of our monetary policy. We haven't been tough enough." Okay, if we haven't been tough enough on monetary supply, why don't we just like cut everyone's tax? Because that seems like a good idea. But anyway, again, lots of people talking about these news, these new news articles. Um, and so he has gone through and did mention, here you go. So this is G7 launching into CBDCs. What is a CBDC? So it's a central bank digital currency. And so I'm looking at consensus guys because they are probably one of the biggest developers of different solutions like this and the most integrated, or not the most, but one of the most integrated with traditional finance. Because what people don't like in traditional finance, or even, imagine you're a king and someone says, oh, I'm a disruptor, I'm going to disrupt. No, no, wait. I'm in control here. Okay. Or if you're a president, a prime minister, someone says, I'm disrupting. You don't want disruption. I want improvement, but I still want to know that I'm in control. If you come and disrupt my power, there's probably, you might get not going to mention any names, but we've seen it happen many times before. So this is where I'm kind of looking at. So the G7 have announced this massive CBDC initiative, which I think is a very good thing. There are some good things about this, there are some bad things. He wanted to call it Britcoin. It did get a thumbs down from UK lawmakers earlier in the year, though, I will say. So a lot of time has passed, and obviously he wasn't really the big dog back then. Now he's the big dog, and so he might have more power in kind of pushing this forward. But I did have I did have this here. So another article. So CBDC, where is it here? So here is where we go. Under this system, the central bank could directly deposit digital currency into accounts through payment interface providers, instituting helicopter money to the public, just like everyone have it. Hello, Stimmy check. Think about this. It could also charge negative nominal interest rates on holdings, in effect, taking money from those who choose to forego spending this form of money. For example, if you got a Stimmy check and they want to make sure that you get the Stimmy check, not so you just YOLO it all on Bitcoin, put options or call options or just, going 100x leverage. They want to make sure that you spend it in certain shops, that you stimulate the local economy, hence the word stimmy. And so they can say, look, you can't actually spend this money with your broker or your drug dealer or your local alcohol shop. You have to spend it in this particular way. So you have to be buying groceries or anything like this. So there are a lot of like ties that come with a CBDC, although Sunak is very, in favor of these. Some of the benefits would be that it would help improve financial inclusion and generate innovation in payment provision. But a lot of payment services a lot of payment services innovations such as PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, Alipay, all these. And stable coins are already operational and reduce the cost of digital payments without CBDC. So do you really need a CBDC? If you want to give more control to the government, then I think yes. The reason why a lot of governments don't like drug dealers and them using cash and money laundering is because like cash is, you can't track it. If you have a CBDC, you can. And I remember there was actually somebody who was on the stream a couple months ago when I spoke about this. Some of the worries about a CBDC are if you are reliant on a government paycheck and they pay you in a CBDC, i.e., you are disabled or you just have a government job working for, I don't know, the government doing something, you're good, your paycheck could literally be tracked. And if you said, "Oh, I just went out and I was, hung out with the boys at the weekend," and they know that you took you paid for a thing somewhere, they'd be like, "No, I know that you took this random girl here, but I know that your wife was over on the other side of the country. So, are you cheating on your wife?" So, I know that's an extreme level, but overall, guys, I do think that bringing blockchain technology into the UK ecosystem will be very, very good. And he's mentioned it might be for shipping and just a whole load of different, especially banking as well. UK is massive in banking. So we are going to see this crypto-focused parliament really bring in not necessarily cryptos, but blockchain tech. which I think is very good. And we will see again. This is what's going to be pumping because, guys, I've always said in order for crypto to pump, we have to have it working in line with the current system. Current system is tax. Current system is regulations. UK legislators vote in favor of regulating crypto assets as financial instruments. If you are a massive hedge fund, are you going to be buying crypto when it could just be turned off one day? You know, when it might be shut down? No. But if the Financial Services and Markets Bill introduced the UK Parliament to saying, hey, look, this is a regulated asset, then in fact, this could be good. This could be very, very good. I will say, guys, it's yet, yes, clarifying that the powers relating to financial promotion and regulatory activities can be relied on to regulate crypto assets. This will allow authorities to regulate crypto assets under the FSM, but it hasn't been done yet. It hasn't gone through the upper house, the House of Lords, and King Charles III will have to grant this in the future. But overall, guys, just having a look, what are we looking at for the UK? Are we very, very bullish? Are we not? I think with crypto, yes, but that's more long term. Short term, not so much. The overall market is still very, very bad globally. Major banks are relatively upbeat on UK house prices, though, which is a good thing. Showing that the UK housing market is not slowing down maybe as much as the US housing market, which, I'm not sure exactly why that is. It might be that the UK, even this data is from last month. So it's not that now the UK is on a fire sale. Maybe just the housing market in the UK might be slightly better than the housing market in the US. But I know they have lots of storms and they have like just loads of people. They've got like 6 times the amount of people that the UK has. And also we're seeing a UK economy plan maybe delayed beyond 31st of October. So if he does need more time, I wonder how long it's going to be until he introduces a crypto-focused bill. Right now, obviously, there's massive issues with the currency and the gilt market. The gilt is just the bond market in the UK. So we'll see how long that takes to kind of have an effect. But what do you think? Are we going to see Rishi Sunak introduce some really, really good bills? I think that he will. But again, I'm very much of the opinion we're going to be looking at this through a blockchain focus. So if I was to be investing in what I would imagine to be the UK's next #1 hotshot stock or whatever, I think we wouldn't be looking at the coins. I think we're looking at the likes of Consensus. I think we're looking at the like of Infosys, for example. And I'm pretty sure it's Consensus, JP Morgan Consensus. Let me have a look here. And I think it is because I believe, maybe I'm just looking at the, right. Okay. I might be wrong. I need to find it. I'll let you know, guys. I'll let you guys know later. JP Morgan have a massive, massive stake in a lot of the different crypto companies, and I'll find out the exact ones. But I think these are the ones that we're going to be looking at, guys. The ones that massive institutional funds are behind, buying into massively, and also those that specialize in blockchain solutions to solve problems in banking, to solve problems in logistics, and all these different things. It's not going to be a Dogecoin. It might not even be a smart contract platform, like even Solana, because it's had a lot of downtime, whereas Ethereum hasn't really. So I think we need to be looking at the blockchain companies behind these coins, and that's where we're going to find those gold gems. I will let you know some of these in the future. Just quickly, I'm going to go through quant. I know QNT, that is quant. I don't know why I've just typed in QNT. QNT, for anybody who doesn't know, I've seen a little recommendation there. Just going to bring you down, and I could recite off the top of my head, but it's not going to be as accurate. Quant launched, blah, 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 networks on a global scale without reducing the efficiency and interoperability. This is the key word, guys, actually. I genuinely believe interoperability. There's not going to be one solution that everyone uses. Not every massive company is going to use the same solution. You've got sales guys from every department, every coin being like, hey, use mine, hey, use mine. The one person that brings them all together, they're going to be the #1. It's like Facebook. They don't make any media, but they have the most media. That's like Meta and Instagram. Maybe even TikTok don't make any media. Uber don't have any cars. The most cars. Anyway, but yeah, so it's built as an operating system, distributed ledger technology, and over ledger technology for continuing or for connecting different blockchain networks. Very, very good shout there. Anyway, guys, that was everything from me. I will see you later. Hope you have a great day, and let's go.